Good morning, friends. Hello. How are you? Okay, obligatory hair fixing and first coffee sip. I was asked by someone who knows or had heard me say that I was excited to be in a relationship and in love again. And they're like, "What? Do you mind if I ask you a question?" They said. It's kind of personal. I'm like, okay. She's like, why do you have wedding rings on? Like, I can see why that would be confusing. Here I am talking about, oh, love, I'm such a hopeful romantic, all that. And then I'm wearing a big diamond, but it's my mom's. My mom died in December on her 91st birthday. She came to me in a dream last night. Whew. Just remembered that. Huh. Yeah. Right as I was falling asleep, Anyway, good morning. I'll talk about that in a second. Good morning. My name is Tracy. Thank you for joining me. I get on here Monday through Friday to check in, share some wisdom, show up live to encourage you to show up live in your life too. Real, authentic. Tell you about what I do, like perhaps in this case, some of the secrets that I use to help myself sleep. Last night I was having a moment where I had woken up and I was needing to fall back asleep. So I was talking to myself and breathing into my heart and really bringing in all this beautiful love into my heart, golden light, intentionally breathing into my heart space and feeling my heart and my love, bringing breath into my whole front of my body, just like a flowing golden light, talking about, all the blessings and gratitude I have for my life and where I'm going and what I'm doing and being open to all the possibilities and the excitement for it all. And I was soothing my very busy, worrisome mind in that process. I was intentionally letting my heart be the leader and the guide for my life and letting my mind take a rest in that process. And I was encouraging my mind to relax, to let my heart take us to trust and let go, to not need to know the outcomes. That's what I was doing last night. And I was breathing into, and I was just saying, okay, well, I see you and I feel you and I hear you, brain, and I know you're trying to protect me, and this is all new and scary, and we're gonna be okay because I got you. Really filling myself with deep breaths, and I really felt calm. And I also said, if there's anything that you want to tell me, or if I need to know from God or my higher self as I'm falling asleep or as I'm dreaming, may I remember it in the morning. And I just did, because as I was falling asleep, I had this vision. It was really quite intense, of my mom's hand. The beauty of live talking first thing in the morning. You get to experience it with me. Hello, I'm sad and emotional, thinking about my mom being in my dream. Whew. Wonderful. Thanks, Mom. Yeah. How do you soothe yourself when you can't sleep? It doesn't always work, but last night it really did. And it also led me to wake up with what I was going to speak on today, and how we talk about doing things that are scary. And people think, wow, you're really courageous. You're like switching up your whole life. Okay, that's only courageous for some people, because a lot of people have done this their whole life. Like they're always moving and changing and shifting, and they're experimenting and living like that. I'm not one of those people. So this is a little more scary for me. But for some, they can't even imagine it, right? So this is a scary experience. But there's also fear around showing up as your true self. And that's more what I was alluding to in my heading today is, do you realize and give yourself credit when you show up in your authentic, truest, highest self in all your situations? Because that's scary. That's a new way of being. So it's almost more scary than anything else, including like jumping out of an airplane, because showing your heart, being vulnerable, speaking like from your heart. I don't know how to get more light. I feel like I'm shadowy today. Being authentically yourself is scary. Putting yourself out there, saying the scary things, saying the things that you don't know what the answer is going to be, but you know you must know, right? So that's what I was going to encourage us all to do today. I've really been working on this, or understanding how important that is for the world to see our truest, most authentic way of being in the world. Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm just catching everybody up on my morning, sipping coffee and chatting. What I'm chatting about today is, are you being your truest, most authentic self in all your moments, even if it's hard and scary? Are you speaking from your heart, taking the risks with your thoughts and your feelings with the people around you? Living a life like that is kind of in a constant state of adrenaline rush, I'm kind of feeling these days, because I like it. I want to push myself to not hide my feelings. And it has nothing to do with being like bold or putting my opinions and thoughts on other people. It has to do with being me and like sharing openly how I'm feeling with the people I'm around, the experiences that I'm having. Sometimes it's just being authentically truthful with your own self. Does this feel right to me? Is this where I'm meant to be? Like that almost might be the most scary, because so many of us go through our life living a life that's not necessarily ours. So maybe being in that state of, oh, this isn't right for me, facing that truth and switching things up from that space. So that's my thought today. More packing to do. Yesterday went amazing. I started out a bit a mess. I didn't have things as organized as I could have. Still managed to have a pretty good day of it. Still looks like I live here completely, but getting there little by little. It's going to all come together. And I'm getting more and more excited about where I'm going to be next, but also really enjoying every moment now. I'm almost living like I'm dying these days. Being so present for what's in front of me, how I want to be showing up, speaking, living, doing, because we are dying. So anyway, I'm off and running. I'm going to give myself a little break from packing today. It's always there. It's like that thing that's always, I can always have that to do. It reminds me of being in school and having homework or a project to always work on. I do not like that feeling. And today I'm going to take that feeling away and just do the rest of my jobs that are, the regular stuff that I have to get done without having that feeling in the background. I'm going to give myself a break from that today. And I hope you give yourself a break from what might be troubling you. And I encourage you to step into what's scary for you, especially in interactions with other humans. What do we got to lose, man? Let's live without regrets. Let's be our truest self. However that shakes out for us, we'll know we did it. We can be proud of ourselves. All right, sending you so much love. Take it easy. See you tomorrow. Thanks for joining.